Okay, first step. We're bumping this up to hard difficulty because I don't know what sanity is. Like, select. I usually like to go with this, the basic one, your basic Gradius setup, and then force field as my shield. I'm gonna bump down audio a little bit. Just a tiny bit. There we go. Alright. Let's get the show on the road. Start building up my loadout. First thing we want to speed up. Is we move. Piss slow otherwise. Next up, start getting some options. The more firepower, the better, as they say. We get double. We get missile. So now we've at least got some coverage above and below us. Next step in building our arsenal is going to be get all our options up to maximum. We need all the options we can get after all. Sure, I'll take the smart bomb. Not that it really mattered because there were no enemies on screen, but hey. Cool, I guess. Laser. I need one more. One more power-up and we'll have options going again. Just need something to show up that drops a power-up. Is that so much to ask for? Thank you. Up to 2 options now. Hooray. I feel very accomplished with myself. And an extra life. Start building up that stockpile. That'll either really matter or not matter at all, and there's going to be no in between. Alrighty, boss time. The boss fight is really why I wanted the overhead and under coverage, because this would be a nightmare without both double and missile to kind of help fend off some of these enemies. Right. Boss dead. On to the next stage. Still got many stages to go, so strap in. I'll take another option. And I guess a smart bomb, sure. Option. I usually like to have 2 speed up power-ups on me. Just had other priorities during the first stage, aside from putting on a second speed-up power-up, but I feel like 2 speed-ups gives you enough, movement ability, so that you can dodge things without having too much, so you'll accidentally crash into something when trying to fly through really tight spaces. Alright. Next part of our arsenal we're gonna want is to get the shield. We've kind of neglected that one all this time. And turns out, shield's kind of helpful. Being able to take hits in a shmup. Yes, please. Okay, next. I think we're gonna swap off of double and get laser. Laser's gonna tear through all these bubbles way faster than double will. Just because it has of its piercing attribute. Taking care of... Oh, God. Oh, no, not you. That is an option hunter. We'll try to steal your options. You know, the most important part of our arsenal. So that gets a big old no thank you out of me. Uh-oh. Power up. And don't die, please. Oh, God. Oh, God. Playing with a lot of fire here. Okay. Thank God we had that shield, otherwise we would have been hyper fucked. Also, the other reason why laser's pretty good, the boss. That whole piercing attribute really helps when the boss is constantly throwing bubbles at us. On to stage 3. I have no shield, so that's going to be the first priority for what we're putting back up. I think I'm going to swap back to double for this stage. See, in this game, like, some Gradius games, I always stick with double, some I always stick with laser. This time I kind of have a hard time deciding which one I like better. I like both of them, both double and laser, for different situations. I have a backup shield ready to go, so that way if our current one runs out, all we gotta do is hit A and, oh hey, we got another shield. Alternatively, I guess I could get another one and have a smart bomb ready to go, which is also not a bad idea, to be fair. I don't think it's getting my preferred way of doing things, but it is an option you have. Excluding, you know, the 4 options I have following me right now. Let's let the missiles do the talking for that enemy spawner way over there. Alright. Yeah, we'll just pick the smart bomb now. Fuck it. Yes, another fun thing to get used to with this game, or I guess rather used to your benefit, is all the slowdown in this game, making it a bit easier to dodge stuff. I need to try that hack of Gradius III just with no slowdown and just see how awful that is. I cannot imagine doing this game without any slowdown, because, God, it saves you from so many situations. Erupting volcanoes next. boy. Okay. Avoided. Now it's time to go underground. And we still got a little bit of shield on us. Not a whole lot, but it'll do. We'll just grab that smart bomb. I need to figure out what I want to do in terms of power-ups for the rest of the stage, though, because I'm gonna want to switch back to laser at some point. Not right now. Right now, I still want to stick with double, but soon I am gonna want to probably switch back to laser. All these rocks really aren't helping. I think I'm going to just take some intentional hits, get rid of the shield I currently have. Uh-oh. I might have made a mistake. Okay. Mistakes have not been made just yet. Maybe soon, though. Start getting some more power-ups. I've got a laser in reserve, so I can switch whenever I want to. Which is nice, because we're at the boss now. This is a good boss. Just sit here for a while with my double. This is why I want double. It's for a boss like this. And with them down, we're gonna switch to laser now. Because that was a good warm-up, now it's time for the real boss. Oh, big core. Mark III, I think. And laser is pretty alright for this guy. I've noticed. Back up. Dodge that. No problem. And boss is down. 3 stages down. Many more to go. I want to stick with I want to stick with laser for this stage. Laser, turns out, is a pretty good power-up. I'm once again gonna have to flip back to double. Eventually. But eventually is not right. Oh god, Option Hunter. No thank you. I'm gonna deliberately avoid power-ups because we might get into a situation where we're gonna have no choice but to pick up a power-up. So, this basically allows me to fight for that once. And if I lose my shield in the meantime, well, I can just find one power-up with relative ease and get my shield back. But welcome to Moai Headland. Yeah, it's, seems like a bit of an inevitability that I'm gonna need to pick up that power-up. So I was able to avoid the other one. You know, sometimes it be like that. Sometimes you got no choice but to pick up the power-up. Oh god. Okay. More fun adventures in Moe Headland. I have like one hit left on that shield, and then I'm gonna need to renew it. Oh, that's a way to make me feel very uncomfortable. Just being in that situation of like, shit, am I just gonna take 2 hits back to back with no time to react to replenish that shield? Like, that is the worst when that happens. Alright, let's get out of... Oh, of course you turn around. Just couldn't resist taking any more shots at me. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually just renew that shield now. Take the intentional hit. Put another shield back up. Fresh one, and we can start working on building up the power-ups to get another shield up and running. Welcome to this. Through all the sides to clear a path for yourself to get through. If you don't do it, well, only thing that's gonna be waiting for you is crashing to your death. Okay. And we have 200,000 points on the dot. How often does that happen? Oh, and I've ruined it. Alright, coming up on the boss fight. Oh, I need to pick up some more power-ups, actually. I thought I had a shield ready. I did not. Okay, now I have one ready. Alrighty, giant Moai heads. And they're dead. That was a good boss fight. Alrighty, stage 5 is up next. Now we're starting to get pretty deep into the game. I think we're kind of beyond the point now of if I take a death, we're gonna reset. Because we've come this far and we still haven't died yet, so I'm gonna call that something good, at least. Call it a sign that we're doing something adequate. Alright. And, yeah, let's just put up another shield, sure, fuck it. I took a bunch of hits on it already, might as well put it up and get a backup one ready to roll. Oh, I hate this stage. This stage is really infuriating without power-ups. I guess any Gradius stage is, but this one especially was real infuriating to me. In part because I kept dying on the boss because I was being dumb to with the boss. And I'll explain what I did on the boss that kept absolutely ruining me because it's stupid. Oh fuck, that's an option hunter. Get off my back. I can imagine what dodging all this without any power-ups would be like. Fuck. You know what? I was worried that was gonna happen sooner or later. Just take 2 hits back to back. Now we're back down to nothing. Now we just gotta roll with what we got, and also avoid this, all this, in a narrow corridor. Ah, fuck. Almost got out as well, but everything just came crashing into us all at once, and there was no hope. Damn it. I want to try to get all the power-ups on our way to the boss, to at least try to get myself an option. How doable is that? Good question. Not easy. I can guarantee that much. Okay, Clear shot out. Now it's boss time. Let's get an option. Oh, but I gotta build up my entire artillery again. That's gonna suck. Trying to do. The bosses do at least seem to be much easier when you don't have too much in the way of power-ups, which is, I guess, an act of mercy, you could say. Alright, so we got these twin heads here. God, I'm really missing all my power-ups. I hate these heads so much! Because they do stuff like that. Because the idea is you're trying to get into the circle that they're making with their flight pattern, and then you can just land a bunch of hits. The problem is, then they can just, like, appear out of nowhere, and you have no room to dodge. It's great. And then there's a thing that's even worse about this boss, because you might be thinking, oh, just don't get in their circle, easy. Oh, there goes one. But no, it's not that simple. Because when you beat the boss, we'll see, hopefully, on this life, I think the previous head actually just died of boredom, because I didn't shoot it or anything. Uh-oh, this could end poorly. Oh no, we're fine for now. Okay, you're making a loop, not in the direction I wanted you to, but I'll take it. Oh, you're still not dead. Fuck, man. There we go. And all the parts split off, and they can hit you and still kill you. But generally, as long as you're, like, in the area that the boss was looping in, they won't hurt you. Now, if you're not in that area when the boss dies, then you might be in trouble. And it's not a checkpoint right away. I want to get these up and running again. So you can beat the boss, get double KO'd, and have to refight the boss. And it sucks. Okay. The question is, how do I want to proceed with my power-ups now? I want to get another option at the very least. The question is, do I start going for more options? Do I go for a shield? I should actually put up another speed up. I think is one of the first things I should do. Always have 2 speed up power-ups if you can help it. Next, I guess we'll try to get a shield going. Maybe an option if we're lucky. Oh god! Slow down, acting to my benefit again. As much as it sucks that we took that many deaths on stage 5, at least we're starting to build ourselves back up. So it doesn't hurt nearly as much as it could have. Now let's put a shield up. I would have liked to get a third option, but I can work with a shield, at least. Might save my skin, who knows? There's the boss. The big problem with the boss here is that the boss sprite gets in the way of the projectiles, so you can't always see what's coming your way unless you were really paying attention. And I mean really paying attention, like studying the trajectory levels of paying attention. Okay, boss is down. Stage 6 down for the count. What's up next? I mean, besides, obviously, stage 7. I kind of want to swap back to laser, but I also want more options first. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Fuck. Alright. Back to the build-up for power-ups. That build-up that oh so sucks. Maybe we'll be okay this time. Just keep inching my way forward. Dodging. Oh, God. Oh, dear Christ. Okay. Oh, I didn't even realize I had an option. Oh, I should have just redeemed an option. Alright. Time for high speed. Called that for a reason. Nope. Always getting the power-ups I don't want. Then again, you have barely any time to react when it comes to what power-ups you're taking. You just gotta not do that. Okay. You need at least 2 speed-ups. Otherwise, you are going to die 100%. Option's not much, but I'll take it. Better than nothing. So how's it going, Games Revolution? I have a mouse over your name because it conflicts with the coloration on my dashboard, so... Like, shit, I can't read that username. Oh, God! I was not ready for lasers! I guess I was ready enough, though. Our option, get some lasers. Alright, this isn't a bad loadout. I would have liked to get a bit more out of that, but 3 options, a laser. It's a workable amount of power. Not a preferred amount of power, but a workable amount of power. Oh, nice. Thanks for being off-screen, buddy, so I can't even have any chance at hitting you. Bring on the next boss. Because we got a bit of a boss rush ahead of us. Oh, I hate this boss so much! Lasers fast! Gotcha. Okay. That boss is like one of the worst of these bosses. But we got the next one in line ready to go for us. We're gonna let you go down once more, and now let's start trying to blast you away. Okay. Just gotta keep going. And they've really wanted to throw as many bosses as possible at us. I'm really starting to notice that. Well, you know what Gradius III says as advice? Destroy the core. Alright, this should be the last in this boss rush of sorts. It's a real stressful one, but... just kind of focus on where you're piloting your ship. Alright, we're done. Back on track. Except not, because we're going into... what is this now? Stage 8? Stage 9? I don't know if you count the boss rush as its own stage. I can definitely see that. Alright, let's get missiles. Let's get double. Alright, we've got almost our full arsenal built up now. All we need is shield. And then, of course, the backup shield after that. And we've got our full loadout. There it is. We've got a shield ready to go. Now let's get another one ready in case stupid happens. Stupid will happen, I'm sure. I played a Gradius game. I know what to expect. I'm gonna keep all these power-ups for as long as humanly possible. Oh God. Let's just eat back here. The missiles and the doubles do the talking. And the super bomb, for that matter. Well, that was a good shield. I used it and immediately wasted it. Alrighty, well... hopefully that won't be a huge detriment to me. It probably will be. We need to take care of these lasers sooner rather than later. Really, the big problem with this boss is everything that it's trying to throw at you from the start. But as you start to whittle its weapons down, it becomes a lot easier. Like, now all the lasers are gone, the boss only really has one way of attacking us. Even that is, pretty easily counteracted by our missiles. Alright. It's time for my best nightmare in this game. This particular checkpoint. And it's one part in particular that really irritates me. This part's frustrating, but it's not too bad once you figure out the pattern and kind of how to avoid it. No, what really irritates me is this part coming up. Gotta fly through these narrow corridors. Or attempt to, anyway. And destroying them just freezes them in place, basically. So, you could entirely trap yourself. So it's basically a puzzle game you have to do in a shmup. And it blows asshole. Spoiler alert. And now we've got no power-ups. We're gonna have to pray to God that we can figure out some way through this. Nope. That's not the way through. I think every time I've gotten through this section, I've just BS'd it. Kind of moved around and hoped that something would stick. I wouldn't get completely blasted. This'll maybe work. Oh! We're through! Oh! I feel like we got through that by pure dumb luck, though, is the thing. But it doesn't matter because that should be a checkpoint. And if it's not, I'm gonna be very sad. Yes, it is a checkpoint. Love to see it. Alright, here comes the real stage boss. You can damage race that one, thankfully. And then just shoot the other one enough for it to hopefully die. Yep. We're out of that nightmare of a stage. And now we're on to the last stage. And we haven't even used the continue yet, which gives me a lot of hope that maybe we'll be able to beat the game on this run, which is a huge relief because I was thinking, you know, I would have to take many, many attempts at this to eventually get a run where I could, you know, beat the game. We may just be incredibly blessed. Whoa, God. Yeah, we'll take a laser. Probably going to be helpful for this section. I remember fighting these types of enemies in Gradius 1. They're not great to fight. Laser helps to mitigate the problem a little bit, at least. Maybe not a whole lot, but... I mean, it would probably help more if we had more options, but, what are you gonna do? After having to go through the last hellish stage, count your blessings. Alright. Oh, God. Alright, well, maybe we're better off with double for this. Really getting that feeling. This may not be a particularly stellar loadout we've got here, but I think it's at least enough to get something done. Well, another option's gonna help a bit. Right, now we gotta just keep shooting our way through this, but not too fast, so that way we, it doesn't respawn right on top of us. Alrighty. We're gonna do it. Without even using a continue, which is the especially surprising thing about this. Usually you're like having to go through all your continues. But as is tradition in any Gradius game, the easiest part is the final boss. Literally just does this one attack. And it's dead. Gradius III beaten. Even did it on hard difficulty. Just for an extra bonus. I need to breathe after that, because holy moly, beating a Gradius game on command is just not something I am capable of doing normally. Having our Gradius game down for the count. Good feeling, you know? Alright, I already went through Gradius 1, and now 3's vanquished. And I guess I went through Life Force as well, which is totally not Gradius, except it is totally Gradius. Arcade mode command. Enter option mode. Press button A 16 times a second. Arcade mode. Even more hard if you're into that. I am satisfied with just beating this game on hard mode. So we're gonna call it for Gradius here.